Ocala, baby, what makes you look so good? Ocala, baby.
All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, it is time for Ocala Magazine Radio. John Sotomayor is not in the studio. Kelli Hart is here instead. And good morning, Kelli. How you doing?
Good morning.
Got another
Thank
good
you.
show planned, huh?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We are continuing with our theme over the last few weeks, meeting some of our 40 under 40 award winners in Ocala Magazine. And this is the last week, and I have 3 incredible guests with me this morning. I feel a little intimidated. I'm the only lady today. Couldn't get any of my ladies on board this week.
Is that the feeling when you're the only lady? Intimidation?
Well, sometimes. These are award-winning men.
Oh, award-winning.
I'm not used to being around groups of award-winning men.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, so I have 3 wonderful gentlemen with me this morning. To my left is Matthew Bach, and to his left is David Maurer, and to his left is Ryan McCabe. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Okay, so I'm going to start this morning with Matthew. Matthew is the professor of vocal music of the College of Central Florida. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning.
Okay, so first of all, tell us how you got into this business of music.
Oh, it's actually an Ocala story. I graduated from Bellevue High School, and when I was a junior, my chorus teacher, Nancy Atkinson, who's now at Westport, she heard me sing something, I think the Star Spangled Banner at a game or something, and she pulled me in, and she said, Matthew, you're in chorus now.
All right.
So she pulled me in. I was going to go to business school the next year. Actually started college as a marketing major and hated it. Could not stand it, but I started singing with the college choir, and I just really found my passion. I found a way to connect with the past, a way to really express myself, and just a wonderful community of people. And since then, I've been hooked in choral music.
Very nice. Now, how did you get into singing? You just realized one day in the shower you could do it, and
I grew up in church, and we were just surrounded by music, so it just became a part of me.
Very good. Well, I'm glad this teacher, you know, you always hear these stories about people that go on to do something amazing, and it's always, there's always some great teacher behind it that noticed something, and so that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great because Nancy now is somebody that I get to work very closely with. So we've gone from kind of the mentor and peer relationship to now peers that are working together. So it's really, really neat.
And so tell me, what do you do with your students at the college?
Oh, I do have a choir at the college, which is really a great choir. I also do musical theater. I teach guitar. I teach oral skills classes and a few other miscellaneous classes at the college. But I get to prepare people to be music teachers, to be performers, and then a lot of other people I just prepare to be lifelong music makers.
That's great. Wow. And then on the side, do you have a band or anything?
I actually also am the conductor of the Marion Civic Chorale, which presents free concerts to the public. We do a veterans concert every year. We're going to do a winter concert that's going to feature Vivaldi's Gloria, and then in the spring we're going to do a concert of mostly Mozart pieces.
Very good. I did read about this. I did read about the Marion Civic Chorale. If somebody's interested and wants to get involved, how can they go about that?
The best thing that you can do, you can show up on Monday nights if you want to be a singer. Monday nights from 6:45 to 9 p.m. at St. George Anglican Cathedral. We're off of close to Baseline and Merritt Camp.
So if you want to be a singer, or if you are a singer?
Well, if you want to be a singer.
Because I would love to be a singer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up and you can show me what to do.
Most people really do have the capacity to be singers.
Okay.
And people that just don't have a lot of experience, it's really just a matter of finding your voice. So I find that there is no such thing as tone deaf. People that say that they're tone deaf, they just have not yet learned how to find their voice.
Well, I've gone to karaoke enough nights that I can beg to differ, but okay, I'll believe what you're telling me. Okay, and tell us also about your performance at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, Carnegie Hall was fantastic. Last year I took 20 singers from College of Central Florida and 23 from the Marion Civic Chorale. We combined with a choir of about 280 singers from around the world, from Ireland, from the United States, and we presented just a fantastic piece. It's called The World Beloved, a Bluegrass Mass, and this was the premiere of this piece on the Carnegie Hall stage. We performed with the Grammy Award-winning band Monroe Crossing. Bluegrass people in the area probably know them. They're a world-famous band. And it was just an exhilarating experience. One of the CF students that came with us, Lauren Wilson, was featured as a soloist on the concert. So Lauren actually got to stand up on the front of the Carnegie Hall stage and sing a solo in front of about 80% capacity crowd.
Wow.
It was a fantastic experience.
Wow, and how'd she do?
Oh, she was wonderful.
Fantastic.
She was the best soloist. Absolutely.
That's amazing. Wow, what an experience.
Oh, yeah. Life-changing.
Very much so. Well, thank you very much. We'll move on to David. David, okay, National Academy of Sports Medicine. He is a certified personal trainer. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Kelly. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. Look at these muscles. Yes. I call this my music, muscle, and marketing show because that's what I've got going on here today. So I put that together this morning. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So we'll move on to the muscles. David's in the house. He's a certified personal trainer. And David also has his own DVD out. It's called Tone to the Bone. It's an awesome fitness DVD. And tell us about how you got into fitness and then tell us about this DVD.
Okay, when I got into fitness, basically, I was young, chubby, short, not a characteristic athlete, so I had to really work hard to try to develop and compete with everyone else, regular football, baseball, basketball, and then I started doing push-ups and pull-ups, and then it just hit me, you know, I've seen the development within myself due to training, then I started getting more serious, started doing weight training, getting with different folks and figuring out different kind of styles of fitness, and I just came up with my own ways, total body workout.
Nice.
You know?
Very good.
Yeah.
And where'd you come up with the name Tone to the Bone?
I don't know, it just kind of hit me one day. I didn't
Catchy.
Thanks. I'm universal. I train male and female, and there's a lot of stigmatism with building muscle and getting big and all of that. So I just wanted to have something that sounded like anybody could want it, and pretty much everybody wants to be toned, either muscular toned or slim and toned, however. So
the DVD is perfect for anybody. They can throw it in and do it morning or night. Is it an hour workout?
About 45 minutes.
Okay, and do you need any kind of equipment or special?
Nope, just yourself.
So really, it's that simple. So anybody can pop it in and change their health and their overall fitness. So that's great. And where can they get this DVD?
Actually, you can go on www.davidmorafitness.com and purchase it online.
Perfect. Now, tell us about your personal training here in town. Where do you train, and how can people get in touch with you that way?
I'm an independent trainer. I go to people's homes, office spaces, in the park. You know, everybody has different needs and goals. Also, I'm affiliated with Ocala Health and Fitness on 200 next to Boston Market.
Okay.
And you can contact me on davidmorafitness@gmail.com.
Okay.
And schedule an appointment.
So if somebody were hesitant and resistant to starting a fitness program, what would you tell them? Because, you know, there's a lot of people, we were talking in the lobby about, they want to do it, they want to lose the weight. I don't know of anybody that's overweight that's happy that way, if not for vanity reasons or health reasons. But there's some fear related to actually starting and sticking with the program. So if somebody said, okay, I want to lose weight, but I'm really scared, what would you say to them?
Set realistic goals.
Yes.
Okay?
Good.
The healthy way to do it is 1 to 2 pounds per week. Don't try to lose 10 pounds in a week, trying to get into a dress. Yes, people have needs, but if you're saying someone's just starting out, they may have a friend that tried a this diet. They may have a friend that tried that workout. Pace yourself. Understand that you need to do a little research and figure out what's good for you. People have injuries. So if you're injury free, you can start by walking and just cutting back on things that you know are not good for you.
Right, yeah, because we were talking about quick fixes and some of these infomercials and things they're selling that you just strap to your body or, you know, some like overnight you get skinny type thing and they don't work. They do not work. I'm putting that out there. You have to eat right. You have to get yourself a trainer. People say, I can't afford a trainer. You know, I'm sure that, you know, people think that trainers are hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and maybe in some places they are, or in some areas they are, but there's so many options here in town and so many realistic prices. And I mean, even like we were saying, strap on some sneakers and start walking. That's free.
Definitely.
Get yourself to a place where you are a little more active. So, but I also was reading that you won a bodybuilding competition just 1 year after you shattered your arm. So tell us about that.
I had a brand new motorcycle. I got into an accident. During that time, I was preparing myself to do my first competition because I went to one and it looked exciting. I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to do one. So in my preparation, I was a couple of weeks out, and then I got into a motorcycle accident, so that devastated me. I was depressed. I didn't want to work out. I didn't even feel like leaving the house. So I kind of get it when people are down in a rut, you know. And then I just one day snapped out of it and said, I don't care what I can't do. I'm just going to do what I can do to the best of my ability. And I had this chip on my shoulder and this attitude like, so what? One arm is down. You know, I was like, I'm going to get my leg.
Who needs 2 arms?
Who needs 2 arms? I'll just use I'll just pose on one side. My right. No, but that was kind of the chip I had on my shoulder and the attitude. Like, I don't care. Nothing's getting in my way. And I wound up winning that competition. It was awesome.
That's a really great attitude, because if you come up with excuses, you're going to fail. You're setting yourself up, no doubt. Well, that's awesome. I'm sure you've been an inspiration. Give us really quickly maybe one of your clients that really has overcome an obstacle as like a testimony.
One of my clients is a 55-year-old male.
Okay.
He has diabetes and AFib fibrillation. That's an irregular heartbeat.
Right.
He's come a long way. I mean, from day one, his goals were, I want to get off all of this medication, because every time he went to the doctor, they just wanted to give him another prescription. And then he just buckled down and said, I want to train 5 days a week and I want to get off his medication. I was like, well, that might be a little much for now. And he was just very determined. Like, I don't care how long it takes. Sometimes we just have to stretch for an hour, walk. And now he's playing tennis competitively.
That's awesome.
He's in amazing shape, and I'm really proud of him for sticking with it, because sometimes, you know, when things are stacked against you, you're like, oh, man, you know, you could just go to the doctor and get a pill and feel better.
Yes.
And then he just decided that he's going to do it the right way with diet and exercise.
That's great. Good health is infectious. You know, if you're doing it, then the people that you work with every day see you looking better, feeling better, and then they get on board, and then they go, you know, and then their family. So it's so infectious. So it's so great. That's why I wanted you to share stories like that, because people think, oh, you know, working out is for someone who's already healthy and already strong and already fit, and that's definitely not the case. And has good genetics and all.
Yeah,
right. What's good genetics? Okay, thank you, David. We're going to move on to Ryan McCabe. Ryan McCabe is the creator, owner of Ocus.
I wouldn't give me that much credit. No? I'm one of the co-founders of Ocus.com, and myself, along with Daniel Sosa and Rahul Razdan, started the company about 2.5 years ago.
Awesome. Now, Daniel Sosa is also one of our 40 under 40 award winners and was invited to be here today, but he's lobstering, so
I might should not have told you that.
Too bad. It's on there. Somewhere down south. Too bad. He told me that. You didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the lobstering story?
Yeah.
Too bad. It's out there now. Feel guilty. So anyway, so tell us, what is Ocus.com?
Well, it's an internet site, internet platform that we started really to empower small businesses online. So a lot of small service companies, you know, they do what they do best. They can perform a service, whether it be accounting, roofing, or personal training. But they really don't know much about the world of internet marketing. So we said, all right, why don't we try to build something that kind of brings this complicated world to the smaller individual, so they have to pay less attention about what they're doing online. They can pay more attention about actually performing services. So the goal of the website was really to provide everything they need to be successful online. That's your front-end consumer-facing experience, so your website with the ability for them to schedule you online, pay online, but also your back office operations, so they can come in there to set up an account. They can run all their client management, so they can stay up to date with, you know, all their client info, see sales tracking, analytics on how well their business is doing, but in a very simple, kind of less confusing way than some of the other companies are doing it out there.
That's great. And so you guys went to UF together, if I'm correct?
So, Danny and I, we kind of got this whole thing started at our Master's in Entrepreneurship program at the University of Florida. About halfway through that program, Rahul approached us with an idea that actually was developed right here in Ocala. And it really started with the adventure tourism industry, so getting the fishing guides, the kayaking guides, and everything like that off the ground. But as we built it out, it kind of expanded into all service sectors.
You guys need to reach out to Dustin Moskovitz.
Yeah.
And have him, because, you know, he's right here from Ocala, went to Vanguard, and he's one of the creators of Facebook. So he could buy you guys out, and you guys could be billionaires. And then Ocala would really be on the map. We would just have some amazing things going on.
That's right.
That's awesome. Well, no, because I read about that, and I thought, that's so awesome when, you know, brains get together and there's a need, but then you guys have these skills and the knowledge to put something like that together.
Right.
That is so cool. And so what made Ocala for you guys? Is it just because you were here that this is the home for Ocus.com? Or
Yeah, I guess a number of reasons. The first and main thing, we were up in Gainesville already, so that's kind of where the company started. But the Ocala power plant was just coming on board, and with the creation of that, we found access to a lot of great facilities to host our business. There's a lot of people around here, actually, a lot of older talent, past CEOs and everything like that are now into the horse industry that we have access to for advisory boards and support. The cost of living here is extremely cheap compared to college towns and bigger cities. If you were to go to California, it's 3x the cost of living.
Forget it.
But also, I was born and raised in Leesburg, so this is not far from home for me. Rahul, he's living here. So it just kind of made sense for everybody.
That's great. And I want to spell this because it doesn't sound like it's spelled, so I want people to be able to find it. It's OCOOS.com.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And so they can find you there on the web and get in touch with you, because I think it's a great opportunity. I know David's one of your clients.
Yeah, actually,
so that's fun. You guys didn't even know you were both going to be here this morning.
Yeah.
So
he's
awesome.
He's got a great profile on Ocus. You can check him out there. Schedule all his services on there. But yeah, you can go to Ocus.com. All the info's on there. There's a 30-day free trial, so you can just get started without having to worry about it.
That's great. Yeah, you guys need to check that out. We have a special call-in guest that should be calling in anytime now. Is that him?
We have a call coming in. There's no way to screen it. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, this is John Sotomayor calling.
Yeah, there's our special guest.
How are you?
Good. How are you, John?
I'm great. I'm watching you guys on the internet.
Awesome. We're waving. See us? Okay.
Yeah, even though this is radio, our listeners can also tune into WOCA.com and watch it like a TV show. So it's very cool.
Yes, we've reminded everybody of that so that we don't do any silly things or unintentional silly things. We still might do some.
Well, I got to say, Kelly, you are doing a fantastic job.
Oh, thanks, John.
Wouldn't you agree, Larry?
I would agree, yeah.
Absolutely. And I wanted to call in and congratulate all our 40 under 40 guests. Thank them all for being on the show. I've been watching. Hey, there you go, waving at me. Hey. I've been watching the show for the last 3 weeks, and phenomenal job by all our guests. And Kelly, I just wanted to let our listeners know that there was so many nominees to select from. It's so difficult to do that. Mm-hmm. But I'm confident that we have a great representation and a good diverse group to really reflect different areas of Ocala and what we have to offer. So.
Definitely. Well, it's been fun to watch them interact with one another, in the lobby or on the show. We've had some networking opportunities. Someone needed a job and knew someone last week, and David's a client of Ryan's. And so it's fun to watch. Even though it's just 40 people, they're already networking amongst each other. So that's a lot of fun.
Excellent, excellent. And I just was able to tune in now, so I didn't catch the whole show. Did you mention that David is my personal trainer?
Well, I was going to let you mention that since you were our caller.
Okay.
Yes, because I already knew that personally. So when you said you were calling in, I was going to let you give him that pub. But I want to know, how's John doing? Close your ears, John. How's John doing?
He's doing great.
Good.
David is the best trainer. I wholeheartedly feel the best training with him. In the beginning, I didn't know what this was going to be like. I didn't know what the progress was going to be like, but week after week, it just got better and better, and, it was just awesome. I mean, I never thought that jumping rope would kick my butt so hard.
Are you a good rope jumper now, John?
I am now. I had no coordination in the beginning whatsoever.
You're doing great, man.
Well, that's great. And John, also, question for people that are listening that aren't familiar with the 40 under 40 and how the process works. Maybe you could tell us how the selection process works when people are nominated.
Sure, absolutely. What we do is we put an open call out in January, in the beginning of the year. Let people know that they should make their nominees. It should be someone obviously under the age of 40, living in our area or somehow closely connected to our area, working here. And that they're doing something for the community, something outstanding in their profession. And we also pull from ourselves within Ocala Magazine, who we know are out in the scene adding and contributing to the community or, doing amazing things within their profession.
Well, this was a great selection. The pictures look amazing. I've reminded everybody every week, if they haven't already, they need to get this month's issue of Ocala Magazine. The cover's beautiful. All the pictures inside of all of our award winners are fantastic. Everybody's profiles are in there. So I encourage everybody to grab that. And then next week, I will still be here. John is still away.
That's right.
And we will start a totally new topic on an article that's also in this issue called The Benefits of a College Education. And so we'll have some of our administrators and education guests in the studio as well with us.
Okay. Before you go, Kelly, I know you're almost out of time. I just want to say really quick to our listeners, one of the reasons why I'm not there right now is that we're working on some other topics that are coming up, including our Ocala Charity Register, which will be our September issue. If you are with a nonprofit, expect to see our email within the next week, starting on Monday. If you don't see it by Tuesday or Wednesday, please contact us at ocalacharityregister@gmail.com. There'll be a short window this year to comply, so let's please act quickly. And also another thing I'm working on is our Best of the Best this year. The survey will begin in our September issue, so look for our ad and the instructions how to vote in our August issue.
That's great. That's always exciting and starts a buzz for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for calling in, John.
My pleasure, Kelly. Thank you for hosting the show. You're doing a great job.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, before we go, I want to go back to each one of you quickly, and I've asked all of our other guests that were with us over the last few weeks, when you found out that you had won this award, what did it mean to you personally?
Well, it was a very meaningful experience for me because I'm really interested in the performing arts in the Ocala area. We've got some very strong organizations, some strong groups, but what I'm always looking for is a new audience. I want people that are maybe not familiar with choral music to come and see the beauty of Brahms or Mozart. I want people that are not familiar with orchestral music to come and see what some of the other organizations in town have to do.
Sure.
Go see theater. Performing arts has a really special place in our hearts, and if it's not a part of your life, you're really missing out on a piece of humanity.
Very good. Thank you. David?
It was really cool for me. It was like an eye-opener because it means that I'm on the right path.
Right.
If I was nominated amongst a bunch of other talent to be the top dog in my class, then I'm on the right path and I'm really pushing. Because sometimes, we feel stagnant
Yes.
in our respective, careers and stuff, and you may feel like you're not making enough money or you're not growing. And this really reiterates that, in the community, everybody knows about me. They give me positive feedback. I share energy. It's great.
Yeah, people are keeping their eyes on you, but obviously you're making a difference or an impact in some way that you were nominated and featured.
And that really feels great to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people under 40 in this area, believe it or not. and we're growing strong all the time. And so, you guys were selected out of a large number, so you should be very proud. And Ryan, what did it mean for you personally?
And I think I'll kind of speak for Danny too here. We're a new company to the area. We've only been here a little over a year, and we're in a little different sector than I guess a lot of people are used to around here. We're in the technology sector.
Right.
You don't hear that coming out of Ocala a lot. So it's meant a lot to us that people are adopting that Ocala is pushing this technology, companies coming in with this new incubator and all that, and to see that take off and that people are appreciating what we're trying to do here. It feels really good.
Well, Ocala has to stay up to date too. We have a lot of major industries that some people aren't aware of, but technology is becoming one of those things. I mean, we're all on our phones and computers, and we've got webcasts and all kinds of things. So it's great that you're tapping into that and helping Ocala become aware of what opportunities are out there.
Thank you.
I encourage all of our listeners and viewers to please, check these guys out, visit their web pages, look them up, see what they have to offer. They're an amazing group amongst an amazing group of 40 people that I'm really pleased to have had here over the past few weeks. And like I say, next week we're going to have a new set of guests talking about education and the benefits of a college education and advanced college education as well. So I want to thank you guys for being here.
Thank you
so much, and best of luck. Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Show. All right, we'll be right back.
Ocala, baby, what makes you look?
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Of showers and a thunderstorm in the afternoon and a high of 87 to 91. Partly cloudy tonight. A shower or thunderstorm in the area, low 70.